I finally got my office back. For the longest time, I've been making videos in the car. We've been using the office as a bedroom for the baby. And so for that reason, I've kind of been outside for the most time and have resorted to using the car for creating content. So I'm very happy to slowly, gradually start getting back into my office with sort of like my props and my like personal things and just kind of hopefully enhance the whole experience of doing these videos and putting some content together. And so I thought a little bit today we could just have a quick chat about where things are. Where things are with you, actually. How's everything going? You know, how are you guys holding up out there in this crazy world with the threat of more wars and, you know, a lot of concern about the de-dollarization and, I mean, just a lot of uncertainties is probably the best way to put it. It seems to be sort of like plaguing people and frustrating everyone, and that's understandable. And sometimes as a guy and really sort of a head of a household, or you know, if you're not there yet and you're still single, trying to build something up for yourself, you know, you ask, well, how am I going to create a good world for my family? And that's a tough question to ask, especially when we're going through these moments of crisis. And it's really, these are the times where you want to think about, letting go, really surrendering. And I get these great mindful reminders every morning. I've been getting them for almost a decade now. And Carl Duff is, I believe, his name. He's extremely consistent. Not one day has gone by in the last 7 to 10 years where I have not received a message in my inbox that really sort of resonates on that specific day. And lately it's been a lot about surrendering, letting go, and trusting the process. And in times of war or uncertainty like we're going through right now, it's suitable. This is the moments where you really want to reflect and say, I can do everything in my power, but at the end of the day, I don't have control over that. I'm not a politician. I'm not involved in politics. I don't have lobbyists. I don't do any of that. And so I think what you can do is what you can do, and that's the best way to put it. I think as individuals, we as men of our homes, as sort of the protectors, if you will, really have to keep the peace and keep the sanity and make sure that the surroundings are safe. We have to ensure that our family, our children, our spouses, our employees, whatever the case might be, that they feel safe and they feel that there is strength and confidence and certainty somewhere at the head. And as long as you have sort of like that demeanor about yourself and you conduct life as usual, in terms of playing with your kids and spending time and just doing all the right things that you do day in and day out, they're external factors that, as much as they bother us and they do actually really exhaust us and take a lot of our energy away, at the end of the day, there's still a lot of uncertainties and we don't know, right? No matter how bad things can get, everything tomorrow could just snap out and all our anxieties and our fears and everything would have been for naught. And so for that reason, it's important not to get bogged down by a lot of this stuff. It's good to take in some news every day, understand what's happening, but remember, news, including social media, is designed to take your attention. And oftentimes, attention is taken with what? It's with drama. It's with painful news. It's with negativity. And so don't be fooled that it's just mainstream media that does that. Everyone, go on Twitter and just look at Drama Fest. It's incredible. So you need to have the rightful mindset, right? That's what I want to drive today. Drive that you've got to have the right mindset in these difficult times. That despite all the uncertainties and everything that's happening, that you stay focused on what is important to you and your family. So whether that's your business, spending time with your children, your family, your wife, going out for a nice meal, going for a drink, lighting up a cigar. Got some cigars in this container. Hope to do a video and share some fun stuff with you guys on that, and women too, because I think women love cigars, especially when they've had the opportunity to enjoy a really nice one. So, I just really wanted to set this reminder today. There's a lot of uncertainty, whether it's political, economical. Play your chess game correctly. What do I mean by that? Take care of everything at home. Take care of your finances. Invest in the right places. Diversify. Those are the things that you can control. And as long as you're paying attention to the right people and the right sort of like, if you always trace the money, right? So if you see BlackRock is doing this, if you see what the US government is doing, pay close attention to what they're doing, not what they're saying. It's what they do that ultimately matters, and the same applies to you. You need to be that. You need to start treating yourself. You're the black rock of your house, okay? You are the black rock. What a perfect word, too, if you think about it. So focus on that. Stay honed in on what's important. Do not deviate. Diversify. Keep your antennas up. Always be in tune with what's happening. Have mitigation plans, whether it's security mitigation, economics mitigation plans, things that you need to have prepared. Always have your car full of gas. Make sure that you're set to go. Always have emergency things packed ready, just in case you need to, make a run with your family and you're short on time. You never know, right? But again, these are not the priority things. These are things that you can do without creating panic. Don't let panic set in just because you're hearing this and this and that. We've heard these things for many, many, many years. You can go back in history and see how many times people have panicked about things that have never come to fruition. And so it's good to be safe, good to be on guard, but it's also not good to allow those around you, your loved ones, to feel that sense of uncertainty and have that sense of insecurity, because that can make life a lot more difficult. Your goal is to keep the peace. On that note, I hope you have a wonderful day, Friday that is, today. Today is June 19th, and I'll talk to you guys over the weekend. Take care.